Hey, everybody. Let's see who's here. Just a second. I had food in my mouth. I didn't know it was time yet. All right. Michael 58. Good morning to you. And also Caleb. How are y'all doing this morning? It is a beautiful day here. How about where you guys are at? Let's see. It says that we are at 64 degrees here. No one's here but us chickens. I hear that. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't seen Al around. I hope he's feeling okay. I didn't see much of him yesterday for sure out here, and then haven't seen him at all this morning. So I'm kind of hoping he's feeling okay. Overcast where Michael's at. Feels good. Oh, yeah. Yep. Pretty nice here. Anybody go in and watch Corsair Trainer this morning? He was on a rail. Not sure what his ordeal was, but he had everybody going this morning. Yeah, I was watching that on the news, Caleb. You guys are getting quite a bit of rain there, actually, aren't you? Hey, Aid. Good to see you come on over here. Howie snuck in on me too. How you doing, Howie? Try to get everybody in here. Like I said, I haven't seen much of Al around the last few days. Hoping he's feeling okay. Anybody else seen of him or heard from Uncle Al? Oh. Yes, sir, Howie. I understand that completely. I do that on a regular basis these days. Yeah, I haven't seen much of him for a couple of days. Aid, have you seen him around? I'm hoping he's feeling okay. He's been hacking pretty good. I'm wondering if he's doing okay. Not sure, Howie. That's why I was asking you guys if you'd heard from him or anything. Yeah, definitely prayers for him. I tried to get a hold of him before the show and he didn't answer me back, so Let's see here. Rachel, hey, how you doing? Good to see you sneak in. Yeah, you're more than welcome to lurk. Lurk is just as good as anything else. I do it a lot. I might go into a live stream and say hi, but after that, I'll just sit there and listen. Nothing wrong with that. Tibor, good to see you, my man. How are you doing this morning? Backwoods Law, good to see you as well. How are you guys doing this morning? Hope the weather is fine where you guys are at. Pretty crazy over there at Jerusalem and Israel, huh? P2E, good morning. You're packing what? Where are you off to? Oh, you're moving, that's right. You're moving to Florida, right? Don't forget to push that like button, you guys. Let me see what I got going here. 4 likes. Somebody's not hitting the like button. So what? You're telling me it's not Florida? I thought you told me it was Florida. That was a couple of years ago, so you may have changed your mind by then. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Hey, Keith, good morning. How you doing, Privateer? Good to see you. Lurking's good. I have nothing against lurking. I do it a lot. 7 on your screen. Let me see what it says on mine. It says 12 watching and 8 thumbs up. That's what I have on my official counter. How's everything in Tennessee, Scott? It's starting to get good weather. You're going to be a busy man. You're being evasive. Okay. Slightly evasive. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Wherever you're moving to, good luck to you. Hey, Jay, good to see you. You must be running the gray man scenario backwoods. I got my darn cataracts fixed, and I still can't see too good. I hear you, Caitlin. That's it. Backwoods is trying to evade Monday. I used to try to evade Monday. Now every day is Monday if I want it to be. I gotta catch up here. Hold on. Oh, I'm way behind. Okay. You move it to where it's warm, that's for sure. That's close enough for me. And then, Kayla, are you talking about Palestine and Israel? When you say it'll take time to heal? Spidey hole, huh? I noticed that you were out of commission for a while. What do they call that? AAOC or something like that? Oh, my eyes. Yeah, but how long? I mean, I've been dealing with it for a couple of months now. That's never going to heal. What are you talking about, Aid? You're right there, Tibor. You'll miss it, but not for very long. As like me, I would have missed it too, but not for very long. You start getting used to being all nice and warm all the time. That's how I got used to it, the warm life. You tell him backwards. After you get nice and closed up to that warm life, what happens is you look out on the TV and you see them slipping that stuff around and it's cold and you say, I remember those days. Hey Ron, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Oh, afternoon? Afternoon then. How's that? Oops, somebody's trying to pop in. There he is. There he is. There he is, guys. Everybody feel relaxed.
Yep, it's me. Sorry, guys.
We were wondering where you were at.
Now I'm having trouble with the solar
I can't
flares.
hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yep, I'm on. I could hear you guys, but
Will you tell me my microphone's messed up? It says I'm on right here.
Right. How about your
Can
phone?
you guys hear me out there?
Yeah, we could hear you, Will.
Oh, they can hear you? Must be something here. Let me see.
Can you hear it on your head speaker? On your earphones?
Hold on. I'll fix it. Let me get this thing here on my old standby. Hold on, Uncle Al.
No problem.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Now, can you hear me? I can't. I can't hear you.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Uh,
That's weird.
it's working there.
Yeah, it's working on the phone. It's got to be your connection.
Gosh darn it! This is my crap.
Is it? Is it? Whatchamacallit? Did you hit the mute button on the dashboard?
Shoot! I don't know what it is. That's all the way up.
I told you she can't live like this. With exposure. She needs to see a doctor. No, I'm just a nurse. No, she needs proper rest.
Yeah, sorry, folks. A little technical difficulties.
You're putting your doctor's life at risk.
It's Will can't hear us. We could hear Will and everybody else.
I'm troubleshooting.
Yeah.
One.
Sorry about
I'm
that.
using my new computer. You guys go ahead and continue visiting while I fix my sound.
Right.
This is my
Yep.
new computer, so I'm not sure why it's not working.
Yeah. Hi, Scott. Yeah, let's see. Hi, Michael. Hey, JM. Hi, Howie. Hi, Irene. Oh, boy.
I've been working, Dad.
Hey, Backwards Law. It's just been busy. Solar flares have been messing up a lot of live streams. Hi, John's Life. Hey, Kaylin.
Well,
Hey, Ron.
dang it. I don't get it. Uh, hold on. It's,
And let's see if anybody here.
yes, test.
Mike's working. How about the earphone? Can you hear us? Hello? Are you in a right outlet? Will, can you hear us? Raise the thumb if you can hear us. Yeah, I can hear Will. It's just Will can't pick up anything on his headphones. Yeah, I know. I think Will's disconnected or frozen. Let's see. Well, if everything goes bad, folks, hey, Scott. It could be a different outlet he's using. Old standby.
How's that?
Better. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Now, good. I was going back, mute, no sound. So you can
I
hear
hadn't
us,
needed
right?
it, but I was also on my Yeti microphone in my program because I use my Yeti in OBS.
Right. So you were on
And
Yeti instead of the head.
I opened up the program here. It said Yeti, so I had to change it to this headset.
Right.
Okay, we're back.
Solved the problem, folks.
Are you all right, Al? I was kind of worried about you.
No, it's the solar flares. Solar flares been acting up all over the country. If you're doing a live stream since 2 o'clock yesterday until now, everybody got interrupted, frozen, or how can I say it? Audio problems, disconnect. and you froze a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of you, so I was kind of concerned.
Yeah, you see, it's the solar flares that's been acting up. It took me 12 minutes to get back on to pick up your streamer. It says interruptions intermittent. So if you're doing live streams today, folks, get StreamYards or Melon or something with a strong one. The one that YouTube's using is breaking up a lot. Yeah, even Scott on Inside Freedom, they had trouble on Foreign Domestic with the Crazy Scotsmans. They had trouble on their live stream.
Yesterday, you're talking about, right?
Right.
Because I was on
And
there.
today.
I was on there. They did have quite a few problems.
Right. That was the strong. Now it's dying down. And I think you're still freezing a little bit sometimes. I'm using the router direct, so I got a strong signal. I'm not freezing or frozen or anything, right, Will?
No, you're fine.
No, okay. Yeah. Hi, Gray. Sorry, folks. I usually be here on time, but this morning trying to get up YouTube, it says not functional at this time. Please check your servers. And it's like, Lord, you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I got on here and everybody was asking about you, and I said, I sent him the link, and I said, I really haven't seen much of him since day before yesterday, even on.
Yeah. What
online.
happened to Thursday?
That's why I said I hadn't seen much of you.
Right. You see, Thursday I was ready to go, and everybody was asking, where's Will?
Yeah, that was an accident there. My girlfriend didn't wake me up from my nap.
Okay.
I slept through it.
No problem.
When I woke up at 3:30, I said, "Oops."
Yeah.
Goes,
Well, thanks for.
I didn't know you were supposed to wake up. I said, "Yeah, I told you to wake me up."
That's okay. No,
it's
folks,
okay.
Right. Folks, right now they're purging other channels. If you kind of notice and check out some of your older channels, they might have been removed because YouTube's on that crazy rant again. Because if no activity, if you're not set up properly, we went over this years ago, right, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah. If your
And they're
channel's
starting to
not,
do it again. Yeah.
yeah, if you don't put in the proper icon, banner, and stuff, they'll think you're a spam bot, and they've been going after spam bots left and right. And you say, "Oh, I just watch programs on my YouTube." Yeah, but you got
I'm going to be putting out a video here pretty soon on that.
right because if you're not careful, they'll dock you because a lot of people and a lot of spam bots, hi Vanessa Kitty, are getting zapped because of that problem. Because the AI cannot tell if you're a bot or a human being. Because what they look at the data, this data screen right here and this data screen, it looks the same. Alphabet icon, no information. Alphabet icon, no information. So what do you think, Will? Is that a spam bot or is
probably a spam bot? Yeah.
Right. So the AI will knock you off.
Like I said, I used to have all those videos done before, but I'm going to redo them.
Right. You have to update them too.
There's a lot of people I've noticed that they're just starting out and they just start with, like Al said, the alphabet thing. Even if you just put a cartoon image or anything in there, if you don't want anybody to know what you look like, just put some sort of image in there.
It has
so
to
that
be
the AI will go by and say, "Oh, that's a real person."
Well, they want you to be a real person. They don't want you to
Yep.
be a spam bot, a computer generated
That's why
a
I said
YouTube
if
channel.
there's some sort
So
of
they'll
image
knock
in
you
there
off. And
besides
they're
that,
finding certain people in certain countries because India, Vietnam, China, Korea, Indonesia is doing a lot of spam bots from those countries, including whatchamacallit, Russia. Russia cracked down on theirs. If you're doing a spam bot out of Russia, that's 5 years in their prison, and you don't want to go to a Russian prison.
yeah, Dragon Hill says the AI is the actual spam bot.
True, true. And I got a note from Shauna Sexton. I guess she's another YouTuber. I have to check her out again. But Aaron Olinger from Ohio High, doing a shout out for him. And I'm doing a shout out for Dave, Southern Ohio Prepping. He's, after all the moving and troubles, he's finally getting back to his game, and also a new computer. That helps too.
Yeah, I've been seeing him around finally. That's
Yeah,
what
the
it
trouble
takes
with,
to. That's what it takes to grow.
right. Hey, Dad on YouTube. Irene, I think Iron Horse is Irene. Am I right?
Yep.
Irene, the trouble with the sex bots is they pay too well. If one sex box gets through, they make $5,000 because every time you log in and look through the site, they got your information. They can resell it, or they hustle you into that site and you pay a certain fee, and then you're honey trapped. And that's two ways they can catch you with that sex bot robot. So they don't care. They produce every month. Let's see, like China and North Korea, 62% of their internet traffic's on sex bots.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of guys in here that go for that stuff.
right. DOE, if you're planning any travel around the South, be careful. The whatchamacallit, delivery system's not up to date. It won't be ready until 2 weeks from now because half the delivery system's still screwed up. This is not the pipeline. The pipelines are all fixed, folks. Pipelines are all fixed. Colonial paid off the hackers. The trouble is distribution points, because the truckers went out of work for 5 days. And when you're a trucker and no work for 5 days, where are you going to get your income, right, Will?
Yep.
So they're not in the South or Southeast. They're all in the West because we got money. South and East, sorry, no truck drivers to haul your gas to your gas station. That's where people don't understand. And two, only buy what you need on gasoline. And if you can, ride a bike, walk, ride share, get a ride from somebody else. That's the smartest thing I tell to everybody. Got to do a video on it. You walk to the store. If the store is around the corner, you walk to it. Like Bob, he walks to the store, armed, but he walks to the store. Let's see what not going nowhere for a while, chilling at home. They might change from work home soon, back to office maybe. Could be.
Jay, you're right. Hacking of the pipeline controls shows the importance of a manual backup system. Well, they paid the ransom. That's they got to find a way to get around that.
Yeah, this is the new age of piracy, folks. And Vanessa Kelly Kitty, if you fill up 21 cans of gas, get a reserve tank. Have the fuel truck come to your house. It's a lot easier. I do that on the farm.
Yeah, farmers do it all the time. They have these big barrels where the gas companies just come out there and fill it up, and that's your reserve.
Right. Well, we don't call it barrels. We call it tanks. The smallest
Yeah.
is the 55-gallon drum. The biggest is the 600-gallon, whatchamacallit, fuel container. Sometimes the fuel companies will supply the container for us. And it's all hand pump because out here, if you use electricity and gas don't really mix. So, and if you're on a tractor, you want a hand pump so you could make sure,
Yeah.
oh, that's a Sparky plug into the, no way. No, you use a hand pump. You read how much gallons you put into the tractor, and off you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Vanessa.
No, you put it in one spot. 100-gallon tanks is really hard to move. It's for farming use and stuff. We do have smaller, like 1 gallon or 2 gallon cans to transport and stuff, but keeping that many gas cans around is kind of dangerous for two reasons. Gallon gas is equal to 3 sticks of dynamite, and when it starts vaporizing, it's not a pretty sight. If you like smoking or you have a spark in the house, you go boom. Am I right, Will?
Yeah, yes and no, I guess.
Yes and no.
Depends.
Why?
Uh, not always going to go boom. I've been around this situation where they won't go boom for, it's hard to explain. I've been around a large quantity of it and had a spark not ignite. So
Right.
it just depends on the situation, I guess.
It is. If it's cold enough, it doesn't vaporize, what Will
Yeah.
says. But if it's like where I live, where it's 106 today, it's vaporized. And if you have a gas can near the water heater, it's kind of dangerous. And if you have a large tank is not affected on your property, I can understand that. So anyway, folks, be careful on gasoline. Do not do like what I said in my last video with the sheeple and the panic buyers and the newbie preppers. Do not put gasoline in Walmart bags. You seen that, right? Remember, Will, that one lady with a gray tub full of gas, and she was smoking the cigarette, and then next second, you see the whole station's on fire. Not smart, folks. Oh. Yep, I'm having a busy day today. I'm running around. Yes, backwoods law. I used to be a volunteer fire department in my other house before it burned down, which is kind of sad. But anyway, we have to be careful. True JFM, but I live in a hot climate. That's all Meania says. I don't. That's from Kaylin. I don't know what I could put gasoline in a safe container, a fuel container. Do not put it in pop bottles. Do not put it in Walmart bags. God's sakes, do not put it in milk jugs because
Hi,
it's a different.
Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. It's a different kind of plastic, and gasoline will eat through plastic.
Some faster than others.
No, don't worry if you don't have anything that guzzles gas, Kaylin. You don't need a container. Yeah, true dragon is. Hey, Brandon. It's like I said, just be careful, folks. And the fear porn guys and the who else? The food resource guys are pushing it really hard this morning. True Scott, no, and styrofoam that disintegrates on contact. Let's see, what's Brandon?
Yeah, styrofoam. Just touch it with it, it's gone.
Right, it dissolves it really quick. Oh, that's good, Vanessa Kitty. And everybody check out. That's a good cat. Excuse me. That's a good cast.
Good
Gas
one
company.
backwards.
Oh, true. Now, folks, make sure you check all. It's 6 months. Check all your batteries on all your devices that for smoke detector, CO2 detector. You don't want to be found dead in your house. You don't want to be found dead in your house because your batteries, whatchamacallit, are dead
Are
and you're
dead.
dead too. It doesn't work too nice.
Dead and dead.
Yep. Yeah, let's see. What else is coming up? Oh, yeah. Bill Gates got caught by the divorce lawyers, and they say, "Do you work for the Chinese government?" And he had to answer to the court, "Yes, I do," because he's in divorce proceedings from his wife, and they want to know where he's getting his income from, so she could take a big chunk out of it. I thought that was funny. So, and yes, Shelley Wang is his new girlfriend or mistress or whatever, and they do have children. Surprise! That was the other thing they brought up in court. And this is your Chinese girlfriend, and these are your kids. Boy, the wife was mad. You had kids without me?
Carbon monoxide, yeah.
Right. Sorry, Kaylin. Carbon monoxide detector.
He probably was buddy with Epstein. I think Matt Gates was too.
Oh, all the rich perverts. Remember I told you, politician perverts and terrorists. They're all with Epstein.
You think it was coincidence that he killed himself?
I don't think he killed himself. Too short of a hanging. You have to be a certain distance to strangle yourself. And I figured out how much material he used. Nah, somebody went in there and then put him up. Because you could strangle somebody fairly easy and then just put them as one of those roasted ducks you see on the Chinese market. It doesn't take that much. Sorry, folks. Anything you hear from me this morning or afternoon, I still haven't got my things done this morning. I was busy all day Sunday. I did a Sunday school class and I went around and talked to the elderly and disabled part of my preaching practice, handing out foods. I still got food stuff in my room, in my car, in the kitchen that I have to transport today. So let's see. And they're still talking about red blood cells. Yeah, Prince Andrew might have went down. He likes them young too. So
I think all the toys are going to start crumbling.
yeah, like I said, it's the new age of piracy. Information is the war, folks. So, like I said, you have to be careful. Next big crisis is going to happen is electrical power circuit, because who has the worst power generation? East Coast. Then you go to central states. That's Ohio, Indiana. You go straight down of the United States, and then finally hit Will's area. Will's area is not too bad. You're on the other side of the Mississippi, right, Will?
Yep.
Yeah. Midwest and the West have newer systems. The big headache is the East Coast. So I got to still do another blackout video. It's like,
Well, the United States it has the worst power grid of anybody in the whole world.
true. Next to Japan. Japan has two power grids, run from the 1800s and 19th century and 21st century. So it's basically kind of two and a half. You know, I can't do a half signal, but you know what I mean, folks. Darn typo. Yeah, good, Vanessa Kitty.
You were a Black Ops fixer?
No. I'm just what you call when I was in the government, I was kind of a consultant.
You see him put his hands up there? Oh, no,
No,
it wasn't me.
I'm not a fixer. I'm just a consultant. I find weird facts and I solve little problems. I'm nothing to do with anything. I just push papers, and the biggest thing I ever carried was this.
Oh, that's a weapon.
It's a pen.
It's a weapon.
It's not too good in guerrilla warfare or jumping around. Says, "Hi, I'm James Bond. I have a pen." And then you see funeral for ex James Bond shot 60 times with an AK-47. No, I write. I use my brains, folks. Yeah, Texas has a separate power grid.
They're supposed to have
And-
their own power grid, but they don't anymore.
No, the trouble with Texas is they have their own power grid, but they sold the regulations and controls of it to a syndicate in Michigan. So anything they have to do in Texas has to go through that syndicate in Michigan. And that Michigan's Democratic. And they say, well, let's screw with these people right now. And you're going to have the same thing this winter because nobody changed anything. You're going to have the same Texas winter disaster. It takes 2 or 3 times before they sinks in and get it through their head. That's why my friend dug a trench himself and put it down, the correct level, 2 feet for electrical lines so it doesn't get affected, and his water lines. So he's not going to have any trouble this winter, because also I'm checking out the winter thing for 2020. It's going to be bad, folks. This summer, other than getting a kerosene heater, a wood heater, have plans to check everything in your house. If you live in the East, the Midwest, and the Central States, because we're figuring out, right, this cold wave for 2020 is going to go from all the way to the Canadian border down to Houston and some parts of Mexico. Yeah, that's true, Vanessa Kitty. That's why the syndicate grabbed everything. When they deregulated out of Texas, they grabbed everything and they did the cheapest way they could run power to them. Are we going over an hour, Will, or not?
I'm sure whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll stay
flexible.
in. Yeah, we'll do another 15 minutes because, yeah, true. Freeze all the global warming protesters. People don't understand it's not one or the other, global warming or global cooling. It's both. It's cyclical, it goes in a circle. So we have too much global warming. Guess what we're going to have? Because Mother Nature hates a single polarity. That means it doesn't stay hot all the time. And if I was right, and I was, it snowed in Saudi Arabia. Anybody who's been to Saudi Arabia on duty, no, it's hot in December. It's near the equator. It's hot. It snowed.
That would be tough. I
Yeah,
know
the camel.
back in the 70s when I lived in Nebraska, back then I lived in a town south of here, and it gets hot here in the summer. Let me tell you, it gets in the hundreds. And on 4th of July, it snowed. And everybody about freaked, but it snowed about an inch.
Right.
And it can. I mean, Mother Nature can throw some wrenches in your garbage.
Yeah, or at your house or at your car. Remember that one year, Will, that your car got pounded with the.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody
Hail.
took a sledgehammer, went over to your car.
I had a pickup when I lived in Nebraska in the 70s, and when Mount St. Helens blew up, the ash from that volcano landed on my pickup here, and I had like an inch of soot on my pickup from the jet stream.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. It really screws up the carburetors if you have an older
Oh.
truck. I have friends during that time period. I told them put a sock over the air filter so it takes out before it goes through the filter, and change the filter constantly because it drove everybody nuts, especially the smaller engines. Because if you ran a small engine, its air filter stinks and it gets hot because anybody who runs a small Briggs and Stratton knows what I'm talking about. And it was horrible because all that dust and fine particles in the air screws up every engine. My friend made a lot of money because he had a small engine shop, but right.
Summer's coming up. Make sure you guys are changing your bug out bag stuff.
Right. You might want to change into what you call summer gear. If you're in the desert, you switch out to desert gear. Because I have 3 seasons.
Just take your cold weather gear out. That's basically all you have to do. Replace it with maybe a t-shirt, a pair of shorts, or something.
Careful on the t-shirt. You get sunburn. Here, it's 106 and you're outside with a t-shirt and you think you're cool. No, you're cooking. Because I tell every farm worker or dairy worker, you always come on the property with long sleeves. Because we're out in the sun for 8 hours. And if you're in a t-shirt in the sun for 8 hours, you're fried. Also, I made them wear hats too.
All in knowing where you live.
Yeah. Well, pod containers are good. You just can't carry it too well. We call it cachet, but
his cachet is probably on top of his car.
Right. Vanessa, Kitty, it's the bots. Use code words if you want to describe something. Not that much cold gear, but hypothermia does exist, and it does get cold in the desert at night.
Oh yeah, you could get hypothermia in the desert even at night. because you deal with that hot air all day, and your body is heated up. And then if you're out in the desert, you got to get back somewhere. Your body is cooling off. You could get hypothermia from it.
Oh yeah, fairly easy. Once that cold weather
Yeah,
hits a hot, sweaty body, boom, you drop to your knees.
it drop your body. Your body temperature would drop pretty fast. That would give you hypothermia.
Yeah. So, like I said, and if you're going to get meat this summer, hope you have a deep freezer because some areas are experiencing delays in meat products. Other areas are still okay. If you're on the coast, that's not a problem. East Coast, it's going to hit the central states and the Midwest hard. If you're not near a rail line, now Will's near a couple of rail lines. You could hear it in the background when he does the outside videos. You could hear the trains go by, right, Will?
Yeah, yeah,
So
line just
he's
a couple of blocks away.
yeah. So he's fine. That means he's going to get a refrigerator car full of meat. Most people, if you're away from highway or rail system or the river system like the Mississippi, you're not going to get any meat. And you're going to look, damn, that's kind of empty over there. Like last year, remember, Will? Everybody
Yeah, if
went
you
to the meat
go to
section.
the stores and you have a deep freezer at home, you may want to buy a little extra meat so that you put it away for when your stores aren't going to have it.
Yeah. And like a lot of people says, like my friends overseas in England, they have canned hot dogs in a can or a jar, and they just put that on the shelf. And that's one of their what you call it, food storage things. In case of emergency, they have canned hot dogs. Pop the lid, put it in boiling water. You have a hot boiling hot dog or sausage, as they call it, and that's easy. You have Franks and beans. Like me, I eat Franks. Oh, what was that?
You froze.
It froze, and then all of a sudden it blacked out.
You're back.
Okay, that was weird, folks.
Yeah, I never had that happen before.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, it's the solar cells that's been acting funny on the live streams.
Here. Yeah, make me a video on making me a knife piece.
You got more leather?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, make a knife piece and give it away in my drawing. I haven't done
Yeah,
it for a
only in
while.
right. Kaylin, you use a cooler box for that for the outside. Do not use that in the summertime because Iowa gets hot and you don't want to put fresh food outside. You get all sorts of weird trouble. But yeah, wintertime you could store meat and stuff outside in the freezing weather if it's below 30. Is it 30, Will?
30.
Yeah, it's below 30. You get free. I know people in New York when the weather gets real cold put food out on the windowsill. Unfortunately, the rats will find it and drag it off, like Chicago. Yeah, we got a whole slice of ham.
The rats or the cats.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, Keystone chicken and turkey additional to beef. That's a really good buy. Oh, that's good. Boston baked beans, deep freeze. You could also can it too. Excuse me. Because right now, certain areas they're having a total canning shortage. Lids, cans, jars. Other areas are flush because, like California, uh, um, uh, Washington, Oregon, the West Coast is still flush. East Coast, it's spotty. One town may have cans, another town may have lids, another town have nothing. It depends where you are on the East Coast. Oh, good. Turkey season's always good. Sorry, Caitlin. Oh boy. But like I said, be careful because we might have the same situation with Colonial because the Eastern power grid was made in 1895 by General Electric before they fired Tesla. Tesla was warned them that they have to update their grids, and Westinghouse and a lot of the big players says, "Oh no, this would be fine." Now it's 2021 and they have to update. They didn't listen to Tesla. They just added on. It's like, well, we'll add the Chevy piece to the Ford engine and add the Ford engine to a GM motor and add the GM motor to the Toyota drive and it'll be fine.
You
That's
see it?
how,
You see that big crack in the bridge that goes across the Mississippi?
yeah,
Ugh.
somebody been getting cheap on the material structure. That was going on for a while. It started like this, and how big is it now?
That's a big gap.
Right. So,
That
like I
won't
said,
be a cheap fix.
it won't. They might have to shut down the bridge for a long time. But like I said, folks, you have to be careful. This summer is summer of shortages and summer of problems. And every time they say we're doing infrastructure project, that means we're taking your money away from you. It's that simple. We're doing infrastructure project. We have enough shovels, but nobody's working. Where's the money going? To my cocaine account, to my hooker account, to the new Jeffrey Epstein we just hired. That's where your money going, folks, not the infrastructure. Because Will said, remember what Will said? How big is that crack in the bridge, Will, over the Mississippi?
Just from the camera angle I got, probably an inch.
Yeah, but would you drive a truck over that?
No, they've got it closed down now.
Yeah.
All the truckers told them they wouldn't go across it.
Yep, true. Dragon Hills. It takes them that long to replace the pole and transform, unless it's on fire. Later, T-Board. He has to pick up some stuff at Home Depot. I have to check at Ace myself. Too busy today.
All right, I think we're about done, aren't we?
Yep. I think we caught up with everything.
All right, I want to thank everybody for coming. This Thursday, I will be available for this live stream. We're going to cover some water stuff. I've been
Water
looking
storage.
into water storage, and it's actually pretty interesting. I've been looking into it for about a week now, about cisterns and stuff like that. So if you guys want to come and figure out how you can save a lot of money on water, come talk to us on Thursday. You got anything to say, Al?
Nope. I was asking what was the topic on Thursday, but you already covered
It's
that.
going to be water storage. And it's pretty interesting, actually. I've been reading up on it. All right, you guys. Thanks for